All right, we're just gonna kind of try this out real quick, do a little audio test. Did not look, the reactions are real split on the background, and we're definitely having some lighting issues. But Sunday morning, got a family reunion coming up today. That's gonna be kind of interesting. As as you can imagine, this family, much as many families, is a bit split. Well, maybe not a bit split politically. There's a few people that feel very strongly, and a lot of people that don't appear to be paying attention. But let's um let's see. We're gonna have a lot of people. We're thinking possibly up to 30 folks today. Um, hmm, it's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking. The lighting's bad. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. That seems pretty decent. I like the fours, balancing of the elements, trying to find a little bit as I'm going through the cards and studying. Four of Pentacles, I believe, could be wrong. I've been getting a lot of these wrong, but I do believe Four of Pentacles is actually pretty solid, pretty strong. You got your four elements in line. Uh-oh. Four of Cups. She's cute. Four of Cups. Sorry, guys. I know I shouldn't be like that, but reminds me of a friend of mine. That's all. Oh, Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Hmm. Somebody smarter than me is seeing a pattern developing. We got the King of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, King of Wands. He's been coming up a decent bit. I'm falling into this weird pattern. I keep shuffling, and a lot of the same cards keep coming up. And, you know, that could be maybe not so random after all. Let's see. Sorry about that. Last one full for the day for this. It's the Nine of Pentacles. That's just, look at that. So for big crazy family reunion day, again, let's see if we can get these to pop. Four of Pentacles, followed by the Four of Cups, followed by the King of Wands, all capped off with the Nine of Pentacles. All right. I'm pretty excited. I'll be honest with you guys. Four of Pentacles is abundance, stability, saving, success, generosity. This abundance of earth, it's abundance. The Pentacles energy is earth energy, is foundation energy, is really the physical plane at which we stand upon. It's abundance, it's harmony, it's having the earthly needs met. And if we, think about it within the context, today is it's Sunday and we're having a big family reunion, and that's pretty abundant in its own ego of existence to everyone stop your schedule, everyone stop your clock, everyone meet here, and we're all going to chip in and we're all going to spend money we hadn't budgeted for. And we're going to, all do a little bit extra, and we're all going to partake in abundance and earth and family, the presence of the physical. All right, so now we come over to the Four of Cups. Cups is water, cups is emotion, cups can be movement. This one's a fun one though, or well, fun's not the right word. This is an interesting one. The blurb says, I see the fullness and richness of my life. But yeah, the descriptor, Missing opportunities for abundance, a time to meditate, frustration and boredom, mm, being a brat. But four cups, again, we have the four. Again, we have kind of a pull towards a balancing. We have the reminiscent and the longing, the boredom, the want. It's it could be a collecting, it could be a bringing in, as we have the Four of Pentacles and the emphasis on earth and foundation and physical. Root into that, feel it with your feet, root into that stability, ground into it, and allow that to be your grounding rod for the emotional work, for the emotional reflection. I'm not even introspection, stability leading to boredom. Sometimes that's all right. Sometimes it's good to settle down. Sometimes it's good to recollect, reconnect. Yeah. So we've got Four of Pentacles with good solid foundation, and we've got Four of Cups, which we need a good solid foundation in order to really engage with that energy and get what it's trying to give us. And then the King of Wands. So we root on the foundational. We take the security and the introspection of the emotional as we go into a tumultuous event. And let's see what the king has to say. King of Wands. Wands are fire. Passionate and heart fueled, we build this empire of light together. Entrepreneurial spirit, a natural born leader, ideas that can be ultra successful, creative visionary, timelessness, success. And then it just says fire, which kind of almost feels like a cop out. But as we take the three, we have our foundation, we have our emotional reflection, but we have a passion and a fire and a fuel to move forward. Entrepreneurial spirit, natural born leader. Now, that's an interesting idea going into this. What is leadership? What is leadership in family? What does leadership look like in a multi-generational sense? What what is modeling? Do we have respect for our elders? Do we allow them to act a fool? Do we allow them to be the worst people? Is that respect? Is that love? At what point do you call someone out? At what point does it matter? You just don't want to go in and just pick fights, and that's not the point. The literal point is to eat food that's going to kill us and hopefully not die, and then make it home safely. The main point is to not focus too heavily on the fact that driving on the interstate is going to be the absolutely most dangerous thing I do today. That's not the point to think of. Leadership, leadership and calm and emotional balance or emotional reflection as you contemplate and stand upon the physicality of the earth. Maybe leadership is being chill. Maybe leadership is knowing what matters. Maybe letting your little cousin say something stupid and just chuckling with it. Maybe saying something stupid to counterpoint it. Maybe being in the balance of everything. Maybe we just watch the kids play. Maybe there's a Power Wheels. We're going to be by a playground. I don't know. Let the kids run around. I hope somebody brings a frisbee. And that brings us back to the Nine of Pentacles, kind of an overarching perspective or energy to put upon the whole thing. And it really, I like this. I enjoy the bliss and abundance that I have sown, spiritual and material satisfaction. That ties in with our Four of Pentacles over here. Personal achievement, inner peace, milestones, met and celebrated. Mm, Somewhere in there is our Four of Cups. it does take reflection and it does take understanding. It does take work in order to balance and really reflect and receive the inner peace and to take in the milestones and to be receptive to the energy. It takes a lot of work and it's not easy. But then leadership and coming in with passion and heart and fire and cutting through the noise and keeping a firm focus on what matters, which can really kind of help wrap it in an energy of success and harvest and contentment. I enjoy the bliss and abundance that I have sown. Nine of Pentacles. My life is my life, and I'm going to have a good time today. And some people like me, and some people don't like me, and that's not going to change. And this is family, and that still isn't going to matter. But it's not going to make the day worse. It is going to make the day better. It's by having engaged with it and intention and rooted firmly and felt firmly and moved forward firmly. All I really got to do is show up because my abundance is just being there. How fortunate is that? Abundant Fire, Astrology, and Tarot. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know. Thanks so much for stopping by.